The following is an Extreme Rules match and is for the ECW Women's Championship.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to ECW ColdHearted PPV. My name is the MFG. Xavier Chalfant here with my right-hand man, Devin Smith.
Yes, sir, we are back. Dash Wade himself. And what a way to start out this cold-hearted pay-per-view with one of the most cold-hearted women here at Evolution. Bayley has been on an absolute tear. As always, she's being herself, and she's been kicking ass.
That's right, huge pay-per-view here tonight to kick off 2026 with the role model herself. Has had the Pure Fusion collection under her wing as of late by her side, with another chance at winning the Evolution Women's Championship.
Yeah, Zoe and Shayna have been in the corner of Bayley here lately as she's been tormenting the Kabuki Warriors. And what an opportunity for Bayley back on top here tonight.
That's right, I hope you brought your winter jacket, Devin, because it is going to be cold here tonight in the veins of these superstars, just like Damage Control.
Now you said brought their coat, and the champion brought her coat, as she always does, the coldest. Asuka, the women's champion, the current champion. Will we see a switch up here tonight?
Yeah, clutch when she needs to be, ice in the veins like she's Trae Young, shooting a three.
And we see a guest appearance here from Io Sky, Dakota Kai, having to take a back seat here tonight. So Io looking to step in. Big role.
Yeah, evening the odds with the Pure Fusion collection and ringside for this matchup as well.
And yeah, like I said earlier, there's been a big rivalry between the Kabuki Warriors and Pure Fusion Collective. But Zoe and Shayna have yet to see Io, so we'll see if that makes an impact here for the Women's World Championship.
Introducing the challenger from San Jose, California,
Bayley looking absolutely locked in as always.
Osaka, Japan, the ECW Women's Champion, Asuka.
The champion also looking unfazed here in the rematch between Asuka and Bayley.
And we have yet to see Asuka defend her title yet. But when Bayley had the opportunity, she lost it. The former Women's World Champion here on ECW Evolution.
Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Our first contest of cold-hearted Bayley versus Asuka Evolution Women's Championship.
And this one has been a brewing for a while. Bound to boil over.
Can't help but notice the floor looks like an ice hockey rink. I'm just going to see who's going to score here tonight. Will it be Bayley or Asuka?
And we'll just hope that these girls don't slip and fall on the ice.
But Bayley, nice combo here, taking down Asuka to a knee. Bayley going for submission here. I was going to ask, what do you think Bayley has to do here tonight? She's kind of been trailing Asuka as of late and the Kabuki Warriors.
Well, I was just about to say, she's starting off early. How she's been starting off this rivalry into an early pin attempt. As I was saying, this is how she started off the rivalry. She's been more of a grappler. I think if she wants to win here tonight, she needs to really pull something out of her sleeve. Maybe take the heel roll for once.
I think Zoe and Shayna are really going to have to help her out here. Not only keep the Kabuki Warriors grounded, but even maybe get Asuka a little distracted. Maybe a little taste of her own medicine.
Bayley going for a dive and just missing there, but if you missed it, Asuka grabbed a sledgehammer, and Bayley needs to take advantage of that as quick as she can.
Yeah, lost her traction. She's maybe a little too hyped for this matchup. Losing her footing and a big splash by Asuka.
And Bayley needs to turn the corner right now. Asuka looking good.
Asuka, the submission machine. We have to see how Bayley is going to have to get out of any submission that Asuka brings to the table. We already seen Bayley with her own submission earlier on.
And we've seen that so many times in this rivalry on Evolution, but every time Asuka seems to slip out.
And Asuka slipping outside the ring, grabbing the sledgehammer, telling Bayley to bring it on. Maybe too easy for Asuka here tonight.
And Bayley with a comeback, able to roll out of the way of the sledgehammer.
Taking that aggressive manner that Dash was talking about. Now going for an armbar. We mentioned the submissions for Asuka. Bayley is bringing in her own.
And once again, Asuka slips out. We've seen that move already in Bayley's arsenal, and then she catches herself in a scenario like this. She cannot outstrike the champion. But what is this? Pure Fusion Collective's Shayna Baszler getting involved with the champion, allowing for Bayley time to recover.
Yeah, definitely could have got 2, maybe even a 3 count with those kicks. Instead, Bayley able to get back up thanks to Shayna Baszler. And that's exactly what I said. Pure Fusion Collection needs to get involved.
And they do their best, but this is why Asuka is the champion.
A roundhouse kick and a 2 count. Not even able to get the whole arm up. Had to just get the shoulder.
Bayley really struggling down and out, and a big stomp to the face.
On the top screen, Shayna Baszler taking off the turnbuckle pad.
Asuka, a submission of her own into a sleeper.
Triangle choke. Shayna Baszler might not need to do that, but Bayley able to break out of it with some strength. Both women gassed right now, stirring. Bayley, reversal by Asuka.
And once again, Zoe getting involved in a slap across the face of the champion. How disrespectful.
Slapping the taste out of Asuka's mouth. Good. It's good to know that there's no green mist there. Bayley. A big 2 count.
That could have been it, this close to a new champion, but right there is what Bayley needs to embrace if she's going to find herself the new Women's World Champion.
Do you think that since Dakota Kai's not here, the game plan is different? Bayley to belly.
Well, Dakota Kai is not here right now. We do not know if Dakota Kai is in the back, and we will see if that comes into play later, because Asuka needs some more help from damage control right now.
Yeah, Bayley pummeling with that sledgehammer. And even the ref is getting distracted by Pure Fusion Collection. They have an agenda here tonight, and that's to make sure Bayley walks away. Women's champ, Asuka catches her submission.
Distracting the ref at the wrong time. This could be the first defense for Asuka. Bayley looking to tap out.
No, I thought her kicking her leg was her tapping out, but I guess not. Referee's discretion.
Maybe we got the same view as the ref. Maybe we didn't see it.
Asuka again with another submission.
And that's gotta be it.
The earth. Shayna and Zoe don't know what to do. Bayley's so close to the rope, and yet Asuka letting go.
Showing a little mercy on her opponent. Showing her why she is the queen of the ring.
Hip attack by Asuka. That's gotta be it. And Bayley again, kicking out.
Showing you why she is the role model on Evolution. Never give up. And Asuka once again getting caught up with Zoe. Get out of their heads. If you're gonna win the championship, you need to do it by your own.
Doesn't matter. Rose plant. Asuka down. Bayley is going home with the Women's Championship.
And what a turn of events here. What a way to start the year for Bayley. The new, finally getting her title back. The new champion.
You gotta give a huge chunk of credit to Zoe and Shayna for helping her out. Distracting the ref, distracting Asuka.
And what a smart decision, getting those two involved in your corner.
That's right, the Kabuki Warriors weren't even seen in that matchup. So how's it going to feel for Asuka when they get to the back? Ladies and gentlemen, we will have a new Legends champion, thanks to the likes of Paul Heyman. And it kicks off with this matchup here tonight. The main event man himself, Seth freaking Rollins, representing Team Unstoppable like he did a couple of months ago. But will the result be different here tonight?
And already showing a lick of royalty coming out in the lavish lavender purple. Looking good.
That's right, the devil is here. Seth freaking Rollins defeated CM Punk last night. That's right, 8-man tag team Unstoppable Team Evolution winners will have to face each other later on tonight in a fatal four-way for Covenant Legends Championship.
And going to be absolute chaos. These next few matches will be, because not only do you have to work together with your team, but if you win, you will be facing each one of your teammates. So psychologically, very tough going into the match.
Yeah, we saw that last night with CM Punk and Seth Rollins. Both men were looking to put each other through a ladder, and both decided to watch each other get off of it because they didn't want to hurt their tag team partners and injure them to make them less likely to win this match. It was very smart, very calculated, but in the end, Seth Rollins ended up defeating Punk. And speaking of, he is a former ECW World Heavyweight Champion in the olden era. He is the self-proclaimed best in the world. It is none other than CM Punk.
Your favorite wrestler's favorite wrestler. That's right, CM Punk. Teaming up with Seth Rollins? What world, what year, where are we? What kind of era is this?
Mentioned plenty yesterday. These two have been on a tear of each other for 2+ years. And they got to coincide with it.
And if you want anyone else to be in your corner, it is Seth Rollins and CM Punk. So no matter who the mystery opponent will be, well, I can guarantee you they're going to be successful with these two in the ring.
That is right. We know 6 of the competitors in this matchup, but there is one that we do not know for each side. A legend in their own right.
From Yonkers, New York, weighing in at 245 pounds.
And the legend is back. Tommy Dreamer representing ECW loud and proud.
Thinking he can just step in this ring. You know, we haven't seen him in a while, and maybe for good reason. Thinking he can just come in here and make an imprint in the Legends tournament. He claims to be a legend.
I mean, he is the revolution of ECW. When you think of ECW, you think of this man getting 10 kendo stick shots by Sandman, who we will see also later on tonight.
I'm not impressed, but I am impressed by the Sandman. And I can't wait to see the demise of this man right here.
Who is the mystery partner for Team Unstoppable? What in the hell?
Oh my gosh!
Ladies and gentlemen, call the cops. This man is wanted. And he's right here.
The perfect mirror image on Unstoppable. Absolute chaos and a perfect fit for this match. A very smart move, I will say, for the Savior.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was very hard to get this man's calls because this man's an absolute lunatic. Dude has been through car crashes, been thrown off cages, has lost his ear. Like, who the wants to mess with this man?
I'm over here shaking in my boots. I mean, looking at this guy across the ring, how do I expect my team to go against Cactus Jack himself?
a start for Team Unstoppable. Now it's time for Team Evolution.
And Mr. Evolution himself, from Mr. Underground back to Matt Cardona, yet to be a champion, but that is likely to change very, very soon. A legend in the making. Like I said, Mr. Underground, not only in the indie scenes, but, well, went down on the international scene as well, made an imprint down there, won a few championships, and came back here, well, a legend.
In my opinion, I think he's just a legend at getting himself over, thanks to his YouTube videos, but we'll see how he stands with the rest of these legends in this matchup. And his tag team partners.
Embracing the moment, the former Underground champion.
And from Indiana, weighing in at
Mr. Olympia
249
himself, Isaac Swagger. Like I said, the former Underground champion. Well, a whole division was created around this man's fighting style right here. So I would say he has made his imprint on Evolution.
Definitely a legend in the making in Isaac Swagger. Of course, made the Underground Championship what it is. And looking to add another belt to his resume.
Yeah, and once again, I really feel like the teams are starting to shape up. You're really starting to see how the brands chose their superstars based on potential. And this man right here has all the potential in the world still. Age means nothing when you're the Sandman.
That's right, the counterpart to Tommy Dreamer, the Sandman.
From Philadelphia,
They have been toe-to-toe for plenty of years, whether it's the old ECW or now. These two will forever fight, even in their graves.
Yeah, so much chemistry between these two. And once again, meeting. What a heated match we have here as we see the Sandman banging that can. We see how much momentum he has on his side. What a heated match we have ahead of us.
And just like Tommy Dreamer, an absolute legend who is rightful for the championship, for the inaugural champion. Yeah.
Way to represent here on Evolution and Unstoppable. And finally, the mystery opponent of my choosing.
Oh my God. How in the world did you get this?
Well, you know, why not choose a legend when you can have the legend killer himself?
from St. Louis, Missouri,
Randy
weighing in
Orton making his
at
Evolution
295
debut.
pounds,
Damn, am I excited to say that.
Randy.
How much did you sign this guy? Are we going to go bankrupt?
We will not disclose. I plead the fifth.
Nonetheless, definitely a legend now. He used to be the legend killer. But can he be the killer when he is the legend?
Wow, what a great question, and we will see. But first, before anything, he has got to take these three up-and-coming superstars on Evolution under his wing and carry them to a victory. And then, as we had mentioned, break them down one by one.
For those who don't know Randy Orton, and I don't know, if you don't know Randy Orton, you are definitely not a wrestling fan. He is a 14-time World Heavyweight Champion. He has faced the likes of Cactus Jack. He has taken him down. And he proved that he was hardcore, that he was built for the best when he did so.
Arguably the greatest of all time. Super excited to see his imprint here on Evolution.
So here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Seth frickin' Rollins, Matt Cardona kicking us off. Of course, you have to be tagged in the match. First pinfall or submission to finalize this matchup. And the winners will face each other in a fatal four-way later on tonight for the inaugural Legends Championship.
And the last time we saw Cardona in a 4v4 tag team match, he was teamed up with no other than Cody Rhodes himself in the match of the year.
That's right, the Survivor matchup at Brand Warfare, in which Evolution was victorious. Will that be the case here tonight?
Yeah, already Evolution got some chemistry here in the ring. 1-0 here in the 4-on-4. And Cardona starting off early on Seth Rollins, looking good. But Seth Rollins fighting back. And a big drop kick to the midsection.
The only difference here tonight is there will be no sole survivors. It is one pinfall to a finish.
And Pannon over here outside of the ring. Seth Rollins looking to do some brutality on that steel. You can't use a weapon, but you can use anything else.
This is pinfalls or submissions, disqualifications, countouts are also on here. Count of 5. Rollins and Cardona taking us. This might be the shortest 8-man tag I've ever seen.
If you are the visionary, if you are the revolutionary, if you are Seth Rollins, it's not a bad way to go out.
Yeah, but we need a finish here. And referee waving it off. However, that is not how this is going to go here tonight. Ring the bell once again. We must have a winner.
And Seth freaking Rollins thinking he can pull something out of his sleeve, but that's not how we're going to run this.
A big super kick. Maybe just trying to shake up Team Evolution here. Revolutionary knee.
And I think he shook up all of the ECW universe. A few of us thought it was the end of it all, but like we mentioned, there will be a winner here tonight.
Nice senton there by Rollins. As Rollins looking to pick up Cardona. Rollins, of course, a former 3-time unstoppable / ECW world champion. Now tagging into CM Punk.
Yeah, Rollins had his fun in the ring. A little bit of psychological games there with Cardona. And now we are back to a clean slate. CM Punk.
Matt Cardona going up to the apron. CM Punk looking to meet him there. Might be drastic. Right to the back.
And not this again, not another count out. Tommy Dreamer not going to let it happen though. He's aware of the situation.
Still wearing the chains and all. CM Punk picking up Cardona. Throwing him back into the ring.
And Evolution yet to get anyone else involved. We'll see if that changes here right now. Mr. Olympia himself, Isaac Swagger, King of the Underground.
With the King of the Indies in Matt Cardona, double team there. Working in tandem, something we haven't yet seen with Unstoppable. Swagger going for a quick cover on CM Punk.
First pin attempt, not even at 1.
Going to be some interesting matchups here in this matchup. Isaac Swagger might be looking for the end. No, just taking out the leg to start off. Thought he was going to go for that ankle lock.
And when you chose Cactus Jack to represent your team on Unstoppable, what was your thought process?
I mean, this man, of course, is a lunatic. He's unhinged. He is a former ECW superstar back in the old era. And again, just a legend in the ring.
Can't go wrong with that Cactus Jack. A legend, absolutely. And stomping on the Sandman himself.
Yeah, that's right. These two have went at it before in ECW. And now Cactus Jack trying to bust open the Sandman once again. He already busted himself open. They're trying to do it for a second time here tonight.
Yeah, we have yet to see this combination of superstars together in a ring here on ECW, but so much chemistry.
It's going to be very interesting to see some of these guys go at it. Of course, Cactus Jack has been with the likes of the Sandman and Randy Orton, but not Isaac Swagger. A big elbow there by Jack, who immediately tags back out to Seth Rollins.
And what a way to humble the young superstar in Isaac Swagger. And he is being humbled right now. A big knee to the chin.
And another revolutionary knee for the former world champion Seth freaking Rollins. Imagine how Rollins would boast if he became a Legends champion. the whole locker room would not be able to hear after Rollins gets done with them.
Absolutely not, because let's not forget the man that announced this tournament. Paul Heyman is lurking in the background. So if Seth Rollins wins, well, I'm not even going to mention the possibilities between those two.
I mentioned it yesterday. CM Punk and Seth Rollins, both former and current Paul Heyman guys. So it makes sense that they are in this matchup tonight.
And pays off to be a Paul Heyman guy. Absolutely, as we've seen it over the years. And we see it here in the Legends Tournament, paying off to be a Paul Heyman guy.
Dreamer going up top, high risk, big splash on Isaac Swagger cover.
A 300+ pound splash, broken up at 2 by Cardona. 100 IQ.
Cardona making sure that he can go away with a championship here tonight. Seth Rollins, pedigree on Isaac.
And we have yet to see the Legend Killer and Randy Orton. He needs to get involved quickly.
We've seen all 4 members of Unstoppable trying to go for the stomp. Swagger reverses, but Rollins quickly gets back on the offense. Rollins with Cactus Jack lurking. Rollins, what's he thinking?
He's not going to jump over him, is he? Oh my God!
Look out! Suicide dive!
What a move from the Visionary. That could be the end of Isaac Swagger. All he needs to do is drag his remains in the ring and wrap it up.
Seth Rollins throwing Isaac Swagger back into the ring.
Randy Orton needs to get involved right now. He needs to show why he's the captain of this team.
Rollins, another big splash, doesn't get it. Isaac Swagger now stirring, but again Rollins too fast for Swagger.
And Swagger showing you why he is the king of the underground. Grappling means nothing to him. Mr. Olympia himself. A few chops across the chest and an arm drag.
And now finally getting the tag to Randy Orton. The hot tag is here. The Viper is alive.
And right on cue, never misses a beat. The Legend Killer himself.
Big neck breaker to Rollins.
Into a pin attempt early on. Maybe getting in the head of the Visionary. Getting in the head of Unstoppable.
Rollins with the Randy with the Fist of Fury on Rollins. And now the Viper trying to take out every single limb he can of Seth Rollins to wear down the Visionary.
And Randy has been in this game 20+ years. He knows how to break his opponent down limb by limb.
Both mentally and physically. Rollins again tagged to CM Punk. And Randy, not phased, taking out Punk.
Again, showing you some of that veteran experience there.
Nice drop kick by the Viper. And now a tag to the Sandman.
And a great impact by Orton, the Legend Killer. But immediately, Punk into a reversal.
Nice neck breaker by CM Punk. Taking out the Sandman. Look at this big backbreaker.
And Tommy Dreamer, a big drop kick. ECW versus ECW getting involved here.
It's the two legends that have been at it for so long. Been over the television title. When there was just one brand. Now that they're separated, they're still going at it. On Cardona with a cheap shot. Isaac Swagger trying to join in.
Orton chirping in the ear of his opponents there, telling the young ones to get involved while you can.
Throwing him into the corner. Now a tag. Again, no double teams here. Everybody just going at it for themselves. A big right hand takes down the Sandman. Now CM Punk up top. Shades of Macho Man. Elbow drop connects. I thought CM Punk might have been going for a cover there instead. He wants to go even more high risk.
And Sandman, very discombobulated, doesn't know where to go, needs to get in the corner of his teammates very soon, looking for a hot tag.
CM Punk right there to stop him. Sandman hops back up. Punk. Oh, Wasteland. The shades of Wade Barrett. And now Punk asking for him to get up. for the GTS.
And that could be it for Evolution in the corner of Unstoppable.
And Isaac Swagger somehow able to break up the pin before the referee could even get to one.
And Randy Orton showing you again that veteran experience, getting involved in the match with CM Punk. Right there, waiting for him.
Kick by Punk.
Unstoppable with the numbers advantage. Sandman on the ground.
Punk now into the corner. But the Sandman fighting out of it. Does not want to be there much longer. Punk again lifting him up. In a predicament. Sends him face first in the turnbuckle. And now Punk tagged to Tommy Dreamer. Dreamer with the ring rust there. Missing the punch, but does not miss the drop kick.
Once again, so much chemistry between these two right here. That could have been it.
And Tommy getting a little frustrated. Thinking of that championship.
No involvement from the corner in Evolution. Maybe trusting the Sandman, but this
Spike DDT.
the DDT to end it all.
Cover by Dreamer. And Team Unstoppable are victorious. And if you're Dreamer, you gotta think you're very high right now that you got the pinfall for your team.
And a team full of former legends is much more fit than a team full of future legends. Unstoppable picking up a huge victory, and we will see the first imprint in the division of the Legends tournament on Unstoppable.
That's right. Will it be Dreamer? Will it be Cactus? Will it be Rollins? Or will it be Punk? We'll find out later on tonight. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. The tag team titles are on the line. It is coming out first. The challengers from Evolution. They are TD.
And, well, let's just say they've been distracted lately the last couple of weeks on Evolution. The Dangerous Deadly Alliance has had House of Black lurking in the shadows. Will we see involvement from them here tonight? That will be to be determined. But, besides the point, they have been on an absolute tear. They've been on an absolute heater. They have been taking over the tag team division on ECW. Will we see gold make its way back to Evolution?
Of course, TDA. First by Sean Spears came out during one of Tonga Loa's matches to distract him, and then Sean Spears again doing TDA's bidding challenged G.O.D. to this matchup last week.
Yeah, another figure lurking in the shadows who has had a huge impact on his two students right here.
And we didn't think that he was going to be healthy enough, but Tonga Loa last night deciphered for us that he was cleared to compete here tonight. It is Tonga Loa, G-O-D.
Yeah, G.O.D. has yet to see the Dangerous Deadly Alliance yet. Again, ran into them just a small bit with Sean Spears just to get a taste. But let me tell you, these boys right here are the Twins of Terror.
And they've destroyed the entire Unstoppable locker room. They've gotten through a couple different Evolution tag teams. They've really been on top of their game, except for Hardcore Evolution. Those masked, hooded men have been lurking all over Unstoppable. They took out G.O.D. a couple of weeks ago and even injured Tama Tonga as he got thrown through a lighting fixture backstage. And he's definitely going to be rusty here tonight, and definitely not even 100%. So here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Tag team titles on the line. Both teams have been distracted, but who will have the claim to fame here tonight from ColdHearted? you can see the bandaged ribs of Tama Tonga after getting thrown down 15 feet off a scaffolding onto the lighting equipment. Nearly gave him third-degree burns, but he is somehow back in the ring for this matchup.
And just shows you how locked in he is, just shows you how determined he is to win his gold back. But already we see that tag team prowess of the Dangerous Deadly Alliance coming to light here.
Baron Corbin already trying to take out the midsection of Tama Tonga.
And blood drawn early by Tama Tonga.
Yeah, definitely still feeling the effects of that backstage brawl. Baron Corbin quickly going for another cover on Tonga Loa.
The Dangerous Deadly Alliance looks absolutely locked in here tonight. Going for Golden once again. Blood drawn by Baron Corbin.
Both members of GOD busted open. This is bad news for Testimony X.
And Sean Spears did not teach these boys to mess around, straight to the point.
Trying to quickly get this matchup finished. Baron Corbin destroying both members of GOD with that kendo stick.
As I had mentioned in the Terror Twins entrance, these boys just got a taste of how dangerous the Deadly Alliance can be. Once again, getting a little metal involved.
Trash can being used. Tonga Loa outside the ring with Baron Corbin, throws him out into the barricade. And again, another shot to the back of that solid steel.
And both of these two factions right here, once again, can guarantee that they have somebody waiting for them after this match.
Yeah, we saw the Hardys and Imperium last night take on each other. Imperium was victorious. Of course, House of Black also on the other side, waiting for this matchup to be over so they can be next in line.
Spears has been dodging Cross left and right, but he can only dodge him for so long. But first, they need to get through these boys right here.
Teams on opposite sides of the ring. We've got Tonga Loa and Baron Corbin on one side, Dark Phantom and Tama Tonga on the other. A sledgehammer by Tonga Loa outside the ring and a low blow.
And the champions starting to gain a little momentum.
Gonna be that helping factor here tonight against a team they don't really know a whole lot about in TDA. Cover here by Tonga Loa. And Baron Corbin barely kicking out.
This early in the match, to see it go to 2 is a very scary sight if you're the Alliance. And up on the top rope, Tonga Loa.
Big headbutt using that bloody forehead. I don't think that's code safe.
Well, that thick Samoan skull, you can guarantee it's not. And another pin attempt could be it. No! Another kick out late at 2. Phantom needs to get in the way.
Having some life here, jumping DDT by Tama Tonga. Baron Corbin, I don't know what he was thinking there, but it might be it. Big knee by Dark Phantom.
Phantom able to get on some offense. Tonga Loa lurking in the shadows.
Going to the entrance now. Baron Corbin getting hit with a kendo stick, busting him open. So now 3/4 of this matchup is bloody.
And the last one expected to be bloodied last as we see that carbon mask across the face of Dark Phantom.
Dark Phantom.
And 2 late pin attempts here for the champions. This could be the beginning of the end.
Rolling forearm. Might have just knocked down the champ. Big frog splat crossbody. Here comes Tama Tonga to try and save the day. Nope, just kidding. Big moonsault by Phantom. Phantom has him stunned.
Into a pin attempt, maybe a big mistake if you're Tama Tonga, allowing for Baron Corbin to recover.
But now it's 2-on-1 here. Baron Corbin trying to ruin the parade with a nice rock bottom there.
And coming in, absolutely furious.
Oh, wait a minute. The cross to hell. Cross to hell by GOD cover. No.
just in time. Baron Corbin able to switch things up.
Breaking it up at 1. Baron Corbin might have an end of days up his sleeve. But here comes Tama Tonga, superhuman with a cutter.
And once again, Phantom back on his feet. How much left does the Alliance have? Really needing Sean Spears in the corner.
Dark Phantom lifting him up. Tiger Driver. And here comes Tonga Loa with that kendo stick. Maybe trying to bust him open too. The same way he did to Baron Corbin.
Take much more than that for the Phantom.
2-on-1 now. Both men splitting off. Baron Corbin. They might be trying to help Phantom. Instead, looking for a weapon. Phantom has Tama Tonga. Throws him into the barricade. Baron Corbin up at the top of the screen with a table.
Just what the Alliance needs. More danger, more destruction, to be more deadly.
All right into the post goes Corbin.
And so much chaos in this match, and this is the exact pace that Dark Phantom loves.
Back and forth. Momentum keeps shifting. Oh, fire! Where the hell did that come from? Dark Phantom lighting a match.
That is right, hell itself. Only fire can come. Let there be light, says Dark Phantom.
And usually G.O.D. is the one that ensues the hell. Right now it is TDA. As they try to become new tag team champions again, both teams fighting on opposite sides of the ring.
And not where you want to be. If you're Tama Tonga, you can feel the heat off that table. We'll see if they make their way back over.
Deep 6 by Baron Corbin. This ice might melt with how freaking hot this table is.
And Baron Corbin is so bloody, it looks like he's got a gunshot wound in his head.
I'm going to have to take off my winter coat with how hot it is in front of our announcer's table right now.
Everybody on their feet here in the arena. This could be the end.
Cover 3. G.O.D. retains. What a fight.
Unbelievable. Unstoppable once again. Coming out victorious. Can I just get one for Evolution?
Well, you have that at Brand Warfare. It is 2026 now. It is the year of G.O.D. and Unstoppable. As G.O.D. retains by the skin of their upper lips. As it's time for our next contest.
The following is a triple threat Extreme Rules match and is for the ECW World Television Championship.
Coming down to the ring, Hardcore Evolution's Shield. Here is the first competitor, and here comes the ruler, Oba Femi. Ladies and gentlemen, it has been a three-way dance for the past month between these three superstars with the television title. Everybody hates everybody in this feud. And it didn't start out that way, excuse me. As Oba Femi was teaming with Dragon Lee to take on Hardcore Evolution. And now Oba Femi wants these gold back.
I'm not a man you want to see across the ring from you, Oba Femi. So much meat. Not to mention, with his teammates, Akam and Razar. So much meat between those three. If they get involved in this match, well, I don't know how much longer after it will take place.
Of course, Akam still on the injured reserve list. Should be coming back pretty soon, and that's dangerous for Unstoppable if Oba Femi gets AOP back, especially if he wins his television title back here. And here comes the champion, the man and the center of attention. He's trying to be the saving grace of Unstoppable. This came to bite him in the ass.
And making his way to Unstoppable. Started off the year at Evolution, swapping with him and Gunther. And what an addition for Unstoppable. Already with gold around this man's waist. You say this is the year of GOP. I think this is the year of Dragon Lee.
It very well could be. If Dragon Lee's going to get through this huge test here tonight. Of course, at New Year's Smash, he defeated Shield for the television title. Or to retain the title, excuse me. And then, the night after New Year's Smash, Dragon Lee took on Oba Femi, only for the Shield to break up their love fest.
What a tall task for Dragon Lee defending his championship.
And of course, last night we saw a dark side of Dragon Lee as he took out Oba Femi after his matchup with a kendo stick. A more ruthless side. He's tired of the games. And he's here to defend his title with pride. So here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Will Hardcore Evolution finally get gold? Will it be Oba Femi or Dragon Lee retaining? We're walking away with the television championship. Here we go. Oba Femi, big clothesline to the Shield.
Yeah, Lee playing it smart right here. Like I said before, what a tall task. If you are the champion, Oba Femi about twice the size of you. And well, the masked man clearly about twice as strange as you.
Oh, roll up here on Oba. Oba absolutely destroyed the Shield last night in their matchup. Of course, Dragon Lee got the last laugh with that kendo stick. Speaking of the kendo stick, Moxley. Shield with his own kendo stick. Oba Femi grabbing it.
Yeah, I've heard that conspiracy over the last couple of weeks that this masked man might be Moxley, and I just heard it come out of your lips. But I don't know. I'm not convinced.
Big Frankensteiner by Lee. And yeah, my words slip. You know, I think of the Shield. I think of Roman Reigns, Seth Rollins, Dean Ambrose, a.k.a. John Moxley. It's pretty simple.
Yeah, I know. I've heard it. I get it. There's definitely some background of that conspiracy, but conspiracies don't win championships, do they? This masked man needs to lock in right here because Moxley is not going to win him the championship.
Moxley has been injured for quite some time as well, just like Akam of AOP and MBM. Oba Femi showing that he doesn't need AOP right now. And a trash can being brought into the ring, but here comes Oba with that kendo stick.
Just what that man needs, more power.
Dragon Lee with the iced out blue gear here tonight, showing that he belongs in a big Uranagi.
Dragon Lee is a cultured man. That is why he is the television champion.
He's closing it there. And another one, this time by Oba. Gonna break his opponents in half. Dragon Lee knows him oh so well. Defeated Oba Femi for the title for his first championship in ECW. And just spiking him down as Oba. Still has not gotten his one-on-one rematch thanks to Hardcore Evolution and Shield.
Well, Xavier, you've had a bird's eye view of this rivalry on Unstoppable. Who wins the championship tonight and why?
I honestly, you know, everybody's been attacking each other every single week. They've all had a little bit of see when they've been facing each other. My money's still on Oba. I think he's the ruler for a reason. He is the destroyer. And even though Dragon Lee's been on the come up, this man just destroys everybody.
Could have been the end of it right there for Oba, but a kick out one. Able to will and fight back. But Dragon Lee, the most undersized man in this match, has the most heart. He will not let his championship go.
Dragon cutter there. Very impressive. Knocking out Shield, but Oba's right there. This was a one-on-one match. This could possibly be over. Tossing him over the Shield. And Dragon Lee kicking out. Oba getting a little pissed off.
Yeah, I mean, I would say tossing a 200-pound man across the ring over your opponent, just showing off at this point. And pure danger himself. The masked man back on top.
Drop down. Leap, or drop down again, excuse me. Big belly to belly. Going for his own pinfall. Dragon Lee realizing it. Trying to hurry up and break it up, but Oba able to kick out.
He's right there waiting for him.
Beautiful Spanish fly. And Oba again. Oba and Dragon Lee again staring each other down. Big DDT by Lee.
Rolling out of the ring, the champion. Oba Femi down in the center of the ring.
And Shield and Oba feel each other out. Grabbing a chair. Oba with another big clothesline. And Lee taking out both members with a chair.
This match needs no more weapons. End it and end it now.
Dragon Lee pin, hoping to end it. Another big 1 count.
That's not going to take Oba Femi out. Are you kidding me? You got to do so much more than that if you're the champion.
Then that's like 15 chairs. And Dragon Lee face first into that trash can.
The champ is down and out. The Shield is on top.
Crowning Oba Femi. Now all 3 members outside the ring in front of the announcer's table, looking to cause even more chaos. Mercy on the drop. The Shield member shooting off the gun, throwing him into the steel steps. A big drop kick by Lee, who now is showing off. He might be a little jealous.
And if you're the Shield, what do you even gain if you win the television championship? You can't even show your face on television.
That's a very good point. But Dragon Lee is also in a match. Isn't that quite ironic?
The face of Dragon Lee is in the match. That's the difference between those two.
I see your point. Nonetheless, back and forth we go. Again, the 3-way dance. Even some double teams here. Dropping Oba Femi a big super kick.
And Oba Femi's chin, a little tongue twister there for you, might have flipped the chair a little metal for good measure.
Dragon Lee throwing the Shield around. Trying to create some separation from Oba Femi and smart in for Lee. Sending him through the steps, and maybe he's wanting Lee. He's wanting Oba. And a big sledgehammer shot to the midsection.
The champ called for it, and he got it.
Uh-oh. Shield. God, style pile driver might have just broken Oba Femi's neck.
What strength, but he no-sells it. Are you kidding me?
This man is not human. And Dragon Lee just trying to walk around him? Yeah, right.
Well, the champ looking like the underdog here, if I'm going to be honest.
And that's exactly why I didn't pick him. You have a 33.3% chance. And with Dragon Lee being as small as he is against these 2 bigger competitors, I think he's got less of a chance.
You might as well cut that in half.
I'm not going to Steiner Mac and try and figure that one out. And meanwhile, these 3 again just throwing the wind at each other. Everything but the kitchen sink, hoping it lands. And Lee creating some separation there. Trying to think of what to do next. Grabs that candlestick that he brutalized Oba Femi with last night. And trying to do the same again. But Oba reversing. And he just too quickly see Shield at the top of the screen, grabbing a ladder.
We've seen so much destruction, so much metal, so much chaos already here on Cold Hearted. We have so much in store for you this year here on ECW.
That's right, we still have 2 World Championship matches here tonight, and that's a water bottle. Oh, using the water bottle as a weapon as well.
Hey, anything goes. It doesn't matter. This is for a championship.
Dragon Cutter on the outside. Lee's just got to pick him up and throw him back into the ring. But we still have 2 World Championship matches here tonight. Adrian the Destroyer challenges Braun Breaker. And Edge defends against Kenny Omega in our main event.
And let us not forget, we will see the first champion crown in the Legends division.
That's right, a fatal 4-way between 4 unstoppable members to crown the first ever Legends champion. But we got to get through this matchup. I don't think this matchup is ever going to end with these 3.
And if I'm going to be honest, at this pace, I think anyone on the ECW rosters could be considered a legend.
Shield, the only one standing up, sledgehammer in hand, trying to throw that like a lawn dart. The sledgehammer.
Are you kidding me? What strength has the Shield showed tonight?
What accuracy as well. It's like a dude perfect moment.
Are you kidding me? Just tossing that like a trick shot.
And again, using the water bottle. A solid steel water bottle, it seems like. As Lee again trying to create separation. Lee doesn't know what to do.
And I think at this point, the first one to get pinned will be the winner.
Lee again using those solid steel steps and trying to use the chair, trying to psych him up to use it. And here comes Shield right through the steel steps.
Anything you can do, I can do better, says the Shield.
Throwing the Shield in the guardrail. Obafemi watching on, looking to attack and does. We've seen him get thrown into it. Now Oba's trying to do the throwing.
Just absolutely hyped up, cannot control his adrenaline.
Yeah, both Dragon Lee and Oba trying to hype each other up. Big Hurricane Rana, Shield trying to ruin it. Throwing Lee back into the ring. And stomping a mud hole into Obafemi's chest. Oh, where's Lee? Oh, there he is. Down bottom of the screen.
Getting his breath back, gaining his composure, and grabbing that kendo stick.
Exactly.
I think we've seen this before. Waiting for Obafemi.
Oh, and throwing it again, distracting Oba. But Oba's shaking it off, going back into the ring. Up top he goes.
The beginning of the end, if you're Dragon Lee.
Oh, crowns both of them. Takes out both of Obafemi. What are you doing again? Just pin Shield. He's right in the middle of the ring.
And that could be very, very costly if you're Obafemi again. Once again, he cannot control his adrenaline.
Psyching himself up. Lee throwing Oba into that ladder. Excuse me.
Yeah, that steel cannot feel good on the chin. That's been tossed into the metal so many times here tonight. And once again, these men meet outside the ring. A table awaiting them in the middle for the winner.
Now going after Oba. Again, I don't think this matchup is ever going to end with these three, as long as they're on the outside of the ring. I have to be gassed at this point. Lee's chances of retaining are looking slimmer and slimmer the more time this matchup goes on, in my opinion.
Obafemi, as we saw earlier,
F10, oh my god!
just tossing Dragon Lee around the arena. But as we saw earlier, Obafemi had a chance to win the match and chose to cause more chaos.
Literally both of his opponents with that sledgehammer.
We'll see if the champion can get one from back into the middle of the ring. The masked man, stunned, down and out.
Lena might have been trying to throw over back into the ring. Couldn't quite get him there. Lena again does not know who to choose to go after. Trying to go after Shield. The Shield man lifting him up. On the apron. Oh, and swinging him and landing on the steel steps goes both Dragon Lee and Obafemi.
That might have been.
And look at him working. The sadistic, I imagine a smile on this man's face at the chaos he's causing.
That might have been the scariest move I've seen all year on ECW. And like you said, the man has the audacity to smile.
Oba making a lot of him if he wasn't already sweaty enough. Oh no. Oh no.
Through the table!
Oh my god, that's gotta be it. Moxley. Oh, the Shield breaking it up.
And once again, caught up in the moment, Moxley slipped. I gotta tell you, the Shield is not John Moxley. Lock in Xavier.
Followed up by a suplex. DDT on the table.
And the masked man
stealing the show, and the title is the Shield.
Here is your winner, and new
This man needs to reveal himself. If not right now, very, very soon.
Champion,
Hardcore Evolution just got gold in the Shield.
the following is an Extreme Rules match and is for the ECW Women's Championship.
Continuing on the unstoppable path, it is time for the Unstoppable Women's Championship match. And ladies and gentlemen, a winter storm is coming here at ColdHearted, because here comes the Queen of Extreme, the former ECW Women's Champion, Jade Cargill. As if it couldn't get any colder in here, here she is bringing the snow.
The snowstorm is a brewing. Jade Cargill has entered the building, as you had mentioned before, formerly holding gold as she holds the Queen of Extreme around her head.
And Jade Cargill, of course, a New Year's Smash, issued an open challenge to anybody for her Women's Championship, and who knocked on the door but a legend. 52 years old and still looking damn good in Jazz. And she captured it all in New Year's Smash.
And how fitting for tonight, the theme of ColdHearted with legends. But Jade Cargill looks to make a legend out of herself tonight by defeating them.
Jade Cargill trying to bounce back, get back on top. Since defeated Hollywood Haley J in a best 2 out of 3 falls to prove that she belongs here at the top of the division split. And the legend herself, surprising, shocking everybody, including myself. It is Jazz with the ECW Women's Championship. But she just loves to fight. What can she say? It is in her blood.
What a statement Jazz has made on Unstoppable, already holding gold around her waist. And she will not let it be taken off her waist very easily. Like you said, been beating asses. Well, for a long time now. She's got the experience. She's got everything she needs. And she looks to make her legacy on Unstoppable.
And this was supposed to be a one-night thing for Jazz. But since she won the title, she gets to stay a little longer until she loses it. And she's trying to make sure that is not tonight, because she is enjoying her run as Women's Champion.
That is right, Jade Cargill could become the legend killer.
Introducing the challenger from Orlando, Florida, Jade Cargill. And her opponent from New Orleans, Louisiana, the ECW Women's Champion, Jack.
We already saw one Women's Championship change hands earlier on in the night. Will we see a second for Unstoppable as Jazz relinquishes the title? Jade, looking confident, knows what she must do here tonight, must not make the same mistakes she made at New Year's Smash. As here we go, Queen of Extreme versus the legendary Jazz for the Women's Championship. Jazz instantly with a big boot.
And Jazz coming in as the smaller opponent here in the championship fight tonight, but possibly the much stronger. Had fights against many men back in the day, and well, to her, Jade Cargill is nothing but, well, she's just in her way. And in the corner here, Cargill looking to do some damage of her own.
Really who wins this matchup wins Wrestler of the Year for 2 times over. And once whoever is next, whoever wins here. Jake Cargill throwing Jazz onto the apron. And Jazz again has the number of Jade. Nice elbow drop there by Jazz.
And if you could start off the year in a huge way, what a way would it be to defend your championship for the first time in ECW with Jazz?
This big crossbody didn't quite get all of it. Jazz never had a women's championship when she was first wrestling in ECW. This is a whole new ballpark for her. She was, however, WWF Women's Champion, but never in the ECW ring until
like you said, this has so much on the line for her. Basically a win or go home scenario. She needs a big win.
Can she defend and retain her women's championship at ColdHearted?
We're over talking the champ so much here. Let's not overlook the Winter Storm herself and Jade Cargill.
Multiple strikes by Jazz. Of course, Jade Cargill, she's been unstoppable, pun intended, until Jazz came about, winning the Queen of Extreme. And even winning the women's championship. Another big crossbody. This time gets it to land.
But athleticism from Jade Cargill, the size, a woman that you could build a whole division, a whole belt, a whole legacy out.
Palm kick sends her about 20 feet.
Stunned down and out. This could be the beginning of the end for Jazz. And just tossing her across the ring, looking to do a little more damage for the challenger.
Strike right to the midsection, trying to make Jazz pay for taking that women's championship off of her. Making Jazz look like, making Jade look like a joke for not being able to defeat a 52-year-old woman. And Jazz face planting, or Jade face planting Jazz. My goodness.
Very tongue twister there. A lot going on. Hard not to get caught up in this match. You know what they say, too many J's turn to a W.
Jaded on Jazz. Is one enough? Cover. 1, 2, and Jade remains on top as she defeats Jazz.
Yes.
Here is your
Making
winner,
a statement that she is the true legend killer tonight, leaving a legacy behind. Jade Cargill, the new women's champion in SmackDown.
For the second time in her career winning the women's championship. And you know what that means? Rhea Ripley and Jade Cargill battle of former friends for the women's championship.
The following contest is an Extreme Rules match and is for the ECW World Heavyweight Championship.
That is right, Unstoppable World Heavyweight Championship on the line. It all started at December to Dismember. This man stole the limelight of the champion. Braun Breaker has been demolishing anybody in his path until he got eliminated by Breaker inside the chamber. And so he decided he won the challenge. Breaker for the title 1-on-1. Says if it wasn't for those other 5, those other 4, that Adrian would be champion here tonight. Instead, he is walking in as the challenger. Of course, Adrian got a little bit of a new look, as him and Xavier Sager have had some beef over the past month. But looking as confident as ever is Adrian without anybody on his side. And wait a minute. What the hell? World Heavyweight Champion Braun Breaker coming to the ring, but he's not alone. He's here with Cross. A part of Hardcore Evolution. What is this? Breaker, of course, giving Adrian the deciding factor after he won a Proving Grounds match a couple of weeks ago.
Introducing the challenger from Indiana, weighing in at 228 pounds, the Destroyer, Adrian! And his opponent from Woodstock, Georgia, weighing in at 230 pounds, the ECW World Heavyweight Champion, Braun Breaker!
The fans booing Braun Breaker after bringing one of the members of Hardcore Evolution on his side. Did he just join forces with Hardcore Evolution? I'm very confused as to why the Cross is here with Breaker. Of course, Hardcore Evolution have been going after Adrian. Adrian even confronted Breaker about his relationship with Hardcore Evolution. Breaker saying he had nothing to do with it until tonight. It seems like he just might.
Yeah, and of course that's something Breaker would say. What are you talking about? You don't have anything to do with Hardcore Evolution. Well, maybe he doesn't, but we just saw a huge win from the Shield in Hardcore Evolution. So if he does have something to do with them, if he wins gold here tonight, that could be a big problem for Unstoppable. Breaker getting some offense on early here on the Destroyer. The Destroyer able to get a reversal.
In this matchup, we thought it was just going to be Breaker and Adrian, but instead, Breaker has a little bit of help in his corner. At least we think that's what he's here for.
Yeah, help, whatever you want to call Hardcore Evolution. I think they're just, well, they're a cancer at this point, spreading their way across ECW.
Looking at the crowd, face with a drop kick. Himself, but doesn't get it.
And already you see Hardcore Evolution getting involved. The turnbuckle is clear in the corner.
Oh, Adrian! Look at that. Tope Suicida trying to make sure that he is not much of a factor here tonight after taking off the turnbuckle pad.
And Braun Breaker didn't take that lightly, saying, "You're going to take out my teammate. Get back in here."
Again, Adrian, the limelight too bright for him thus far. Missing moves left and right that he would normally hit on a normal basis.
Yeah, back and forth. Here we go for the championship. So much adrenaline from the Destroyer.
Beautiful work on as well. I know that he's capable of big high flyer, part of the Next Gen World Cup. Of course, there's a huge factor in that Elimination Chamber matchup at December to Dismember. Has a legitimate shot, in my opinion, at winning the World Championship game.
Now, some may say Destroyer has been the best of the male high flyers, and Unstoppable, as once again, that masked figure getting involved in the match, tossing the trash can in for good measure.
Breaker dodging harm's way. But Breaker still back and forth.
He's slowly get up to the Destroyer, a little bit of middle, waiting for him in the middle of the ring.
We saw the last minute throw that trash can into the ring. Looking to see who uses it first. Breaker lifting him up. Breaker. Oh no.
Oh my gosh! To the back of Adrian Destroyer in front of us in the announcer's table.
And Chain just looking on. Cross just looking on. And a down man who's somehow able to come back.
And once again, you can just feel that sinister smile from the masked man. They love chaos.
Adrian DDT.
Back and forth, like a melodic dance used to go.
Using the kendo stick to his advantage is Adrian.
Not willing to play games.
He's going to need all the weapons here with a 2-on-1 disadvantage.
Breaker once again back in the middle of the ring with the Destroyer. The Destroyer has something waiting for him.
And now using that trash can that drops right into the ring. Adrian looking to go flying, misses wildly. Breaker using those rights and lefts. And a big suplex.
Chase him down. Adrian the Destroyer running around the ring. This is not good for Adrian. We've seen that patented Jawbreaker spear.
But a big DDT. Cat and mouse game breaker. Look at this. Taking out Adrian, who was looking to go high flying, now with a cover.
Breaker's got something to prove here tonight. For some reason, maybe looking to bring gold once again to Hardcore Evolution.
Go through Hurricane Rana.
And an Emily Ham type moveset from the Destroyer. As here we go, the King of the Sky.
Adrian again missing wildly. Definitely going to cost him down the line.
And his head's just not quite there here tonight. Maybe like you said, the light's a little too bright.
A Spanish fly that time it connects. Cover.
Immediately locking back into a pin attempt. But an early breakup from Braun.
Adrian trying to get some momentum back after a kick out of warning. And using that exposed turnbuckle.
Not going to be able to take too many of those of the back of Braun Breaker.
Adrian again not done. Breaker reversal. Breaker off the ropes. Big Hurricane Rana. And Breaker's fired up. Something you don't want the badass dog to be.
And another kick out at one from the Destroyer. What a way to fight back with nobody in his corner.
You can see what Breaker's starting to do. But Breaker, we thought this matchup was already going to be over. He was going to have a light day at the office. Adrian seeing Breaker run at him full force. Realizes he needs to get out of harm's way and another wheelbarrow DDT.
What a smart move from the Destroyer. Setting up your opponent and knocking him down. Exactly where you want him to be. The King of the Sky.
Spiral tap. The Destroyer to win the gold. And Breaker gets out. Adrian starting to get a little desperate with that trash can.
And a little frustration growing over from both of these men.
Using the ropes to his advantage, throws over Adrian.
Big reversal. If that was a Royal Rumble, he would have been out.
Needed to capitalize. Braun Breaker trying to go for an elbow drop. And Adrian reverses.
It's a gain momentum. Feels like it was on the side of the badass Braun Breaker. But Adrian the Destroyer able to gain it back.
They're using the steel as leverage. Steel chair in hands. Adrian fired up. Taking out Breaker with a steel chair.
And a couple clear shots to the ribs of the challenger.
Wait a minute. Turn around. Oh, right to the face of Cross.
Adrian says, "You the way of the cross. Represent it."
Oh, and a big shoulder tackle by Breaker. Look at the speed of the champion.
They'll come back here by Braun. Ripped back into the ring.
Summoning up Adrian. But Adrian popped back up. He wasn't ready for it. X Factor.
This has got to be the beginning of the end for Braun Breaker. No.
Both men not giving up. Breaker off the ropes. Another big hurricane. And Adrian somehow every time kicking out of one.
Trying to roll out of harm's way, but he's unable to due to the cross. What a move from Adrian!
What a reversal for big hurricane on Adrian. Game is trying to go back up top. Adrian seeing Breaker distraught in the corner. Oh, reversal. Breaker. Spear. Spear by the badass dog.
Not where you want to be if you're going to destroy, but a kick out at one.
Adrian. Spanish fly. The destroyer. Up top. Will it hit? No, it does not. He crashes again.
Once again, discalculates where he's supposed to be in the air. Will that cost him later on?
Just my reversal. After reversal. Adrian coming back. Uh-oh. Trying to pick the leg to pop up Insecurity. Even the comebacks they're reversing.
Once again, back and forth. Nowhere to go for either of these men. Each trying to fight back. Each trying to get the goal.
What is Breaker thinking? Getting some notes by Cross. Going up top, high risk. And it doesn't pay off. Adrian lifting up Breaker.
Possibly a fatal mistake for Breaker.
Sully and Del Sol, that's gotta be it. New champion, yes. The Destroyer has done it.
At the top of the game, Adrian the Destroyer needs no one in his corner.
ECW World
What a huge
Heavyweight
momentum
Champion,
shift
the
for Adrian the Destroyer. Testimonials as all the gold with God retaining and Destroyer winning the World Championship.
What a way to start the year for Unstoppable indeed.
As ladies and gentlemen, we're not done yet. It is time for the inaugural Legends Championship. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. 4 superstars. 1 Legends Championship. Who will become the inaugural champion at ColdHearted? It is your co-main event. And out comes the best in the world, CM Punk.
That's right, it is time to prove who will be the first legend here at ECW officially and being legends of the world. We saw it boil over in the tag team match, the 4-way tag team match earlier on here tonight, where, well, to be quite frank, Evolution was just absolutely dominated.
The following contest is a fatal 4-way Extreme Rules match and is for the ECW Heritage World Championship. Making his way to the ring from Chicago, Illinois, weighing in at 218 pounds, CM Punk.
Favorite in ECW, CM Punk. And another fan favorite who's been missing in action lately.
And his opponents, first
The
from
legendary
Yonkers,
Tommy
New York,
Dreamer.
weighing in at 245 pounds.
See that smug look on his face. I'm a big hater of Tommy Dreamer. As I've said before, the same man, same style here on ECW, but, well, not tonight. The legend himself, a legacy already made. Doesn't need to prove anything else, to be honest. So why is he even here?
He's won every single title in ECW's history. And since the Legends Championship is brand new, he's got to win it too. Former World Heavyweight Champion, former Tag Team Champion with the Sandman, my man. Former Television Champion. And looking to become the first Legends Champion.
You know, as much as I am a hater, I can't be angry with greatness.
Revolutionary, the visionary, three-time ECW World Heavyweight Champion, Whether it's the old reign, whether it's unstoppable, the man is on top of the world. He's the last pick in Unstoppable's draft.
We see that being both on Evolution and Unstoppable. Last picks tend to go very, very far. Sneakers for sure. Like I had mentioned earlier.
From Davenport, Iowa, weighing in at 217 pounds, Seth freaking Rollins!
Steals from his right closet. Nonetheless, Seth Rollins gets the job done. And a future legend. Mystery opponent that we figured out in the tag team matchup. None other than Cactus Jack. I'm surprised this man can still even wrestle.
That is right. One of the men that this division was working on.
Truth
Cactus
or
Jack
Consequences, New Mexico, weighing in at 287 pounds,
looking good time.
Cactus
I wonder where his catch prize is if we turn him in.
I don't know. I think the man's crazy. I mean, who are we turning him into at this?
Yeah, that's fair. I
mean, he's wanted for himself. I mean, the man is crazy. He's been hit in the head so many times he doesn't know who he's looking for.
Dead or alive, we're surprised he's not dead, and we're glad he's not, because he is here tonight as the fourth participant in the Legends Championship. There we have the Legends Champion. Going to be fulfilled here tonight. 4 legendary, unstoppable superstars inside the ring in our co-main event. CM Punk, Tommy Dreamer, Seth frickin' Rollins, and Cactus Jack. Winner becomes greatness.
Kicking it off. Who's going to draw first blood? So much chaos going to be in this ring tonight. And an early pin attempt.
Of course, we've seen CM Punk and Seth Rollins. We've got 2 minutes to turn around. Seth Rollins and CM Punk, Cactus Jack and Dreamer.
Just like the tag team match. So much chemistry all across ECW. These rosters are not set up and ruined it. They're set up for a reason.
Figure out where he belongs in this matchup. Let's look at CM Punk, even though it's right next to him.
Visionary, the first one to get a weapon involved. Getting that trash can that's been used so many times here tonight.
Great sequences to both Seth Rollins and Dreamer. And for a lot of the covenant of
doing some damage with the catch, back in the middle of the ring. The Visionary able to reverse. Once again, this rivalry going over into this match.
just Jack taking over for Seth Rollins.
And a big miss by Seth Rollins miscalculates.
Claw of CM Punk tossing out Rollins and now trying to take out Cactus.
And the tag team set of these 4 worked extremely well together. And we see how chaotic and how quick they can get out of hand.
There it is. Out there by Punk. Rollins coming in. I think they just headbutted each other and Rollins just hurt his knee. But Rollins don't care. He's taking to the sky.
Punk stun, down and out. Tommy Dreamer stopping on the chin. Cactus Jack turning his focus on Seth Rollins outside of the ring.
What is this? Don't go up top. Jack, it's not worth it. Put on Seth Rollins.
Cactus Jack, no stranger to the sky. Punk's looked great so far in the last couple of weeks. It looks absolutely fantastic here tonight. Possible submission attempt. And a few elbows for good measure. Get that chainmail.
This might be confused. He did lose to Seth Rollins last night. Oh, and CM Punk had it scouted. I thought he was going to be taken out by Rollins. But CM Punk first to hit with that sledgehammer.
Rollins going down a lot here tonight. Needs to make a move. Get some momentum going. Punk broken up at one.
I'm surprised the referee was kind of going to use that chainmail on his head. Surely that's a weapon. But then again, it is what he's called.
Everything goes. Let's hope you don't get headbutted.
He's been itching at getting back to Seth Rollins.
The chances of Ref taking control in this match are slim to none. And ready reversal by Seth Rollins jumping over the kick and CM Punk was able to catch.
Suplex Cactus Jack going in steel steps. I don't think Cactus Jack is trying to win this matchup, to be quite honest.
Yeah, I totally agree with you. He's just running around, taking heads and taking names.
Rollins getting a little pissed off, taking off the cover on the announcer's table.
He needs to get back in this match. Can't let the momentum slip away.
Cactus Jack fly. And now taking advantage. I think he heard you. Big forearm to the back of the neck of Cactus Jack with a sling blade.
Such resilience from Cactus Jack. Not going to be able to keep him down with not for long.
Punk now. Might have been looking for GTS. Reversal by Rollins.
Now they're going down and out underdog. They want to in ECW.
Sledgehammer by Cactus Jack. Jack again. Might be looking for that neck roll. CM Punk reversing.
Punk looking sharp. The pop. Like Tommy Dreamer. Lift it up. And dropped on the top ropes. There's no look bouncy, but they are not comfortable. Dreamer just shoved off of Jack. Rollins, once again, off the top of the ropes.
Rollins, what is this? Electric chair drop. Ultimate Dreamer. Rollins. Look out. Curb stomp. Cactus Jack. Pile driver.
The beginning of the end. The Legends tournament into a pin attempt.
CM Punk looking right there. Cactus Jack didn't even realize. Outside the ring.
Stumbling up, trying to get the ECW crowd around them, but they're not having it once again. And Rollins takes advantage.
Oh, nice little powerbomb by Rollins. A leg drop. Might be looking to end it.
And this could be it. A sneaky win for Seth Rollins.
And Dreamer kicks out too. Rollins can't believe it.
Yeah, I don't know how much Dreamer could take. I'd say one or two more.
By Dreamer. Rollins interfering.
A decision to be made by Seth Rollins here. How will he end it? A pedigree.
With a pedigree to Dreamer. That's how Cactus Jack rolling back into the ring. Is that enough? He's breaks it.
2.5, and I can guarantee you that was it. The belt's slipping away. That close from Seth Rollins.
Rollins trying to capitalize. Snap suplex by Jack. He's got Rollins all by himself. Rollins again. Curb stomp to Cactus Jack. Trying to go for a quick cover.
And once again broken up. Stopping a legacy. CM Punk, Seth Rollins on that slip away.
Look out for Cactus Jack. Rollins. See how that kind of split so much. Rollins.
Jack just eating that kendo stick off the face. Exactly where he wants to be. And once again, Rollins in the middle of the ring. Left alone with Dreamer.
Might have been looking for that stomp. Able to somehow get into very hard to go. In the corner goes Dreamer. Going to the corner, big forearm. Rollins up top.
Pelican Jack outside of the ring.
Connects on Dreamer. Rollins going for the cover. Here comes Punk. Really get there in time, and Dreamer passes out.
Kicking out of his own will. That is insane.
Roll up by Punk. And Rollins kicks out of roller. Legacy, momentum, everything on the line for these four. And a double team, interesting.
If I'm going to be honest, it seems like a 3v1 versus Tommy Dreamer. This is not an elimination match. This is first to be pinned.
Suplex revolutionary. Rollins might steal it. Once a ball. And again, Rollins, this time letting up. How in the hell do you do that?
So much to prove if you're Seth Rollins. To be honest, all three of these men have already built a legacy. They've already built
Another frog splash.
leadership. They show why they're legends. Seth Rollins needs to do that right now.
Another big kick, and I'm not sure if Cactus kicked out or if CM Punk got there. But CM Punk lifted up Rollins for GTS.
Cactus Jack able to get back on his feet and draw blood in the face of CM Punk.
I don't know what CM Punk was looking for. Maybe he saw that in the corner of his eye.
Yeah, that's what many people say. They see Jack coming, but there's nothing they can do about it as his head is slammed on those steel steps.
CM Punk and Rollins near the ring. Punk looking for the steel chair. Still anybody's ball game. We've seen Seth Rollins pretty close.
Seth, huge opportunity waiting for him right now, the only one in the ring.
It's going up top. Rollins drops down on Jack. Might have just hurt his knee again.
Getting a little too ahead of himself there.
Cactus Jack. DDT.
And once again, we're set up for a scenario where first to be pinned could do it all.
Throwing CM Punk into the ring. Cactus Jack left the table on fire.
Not again. We saw Boy Dragon Lee go through the table. And this is awesome chance echoing through the crowd once again.
CM Punk taking out Rollins. Left the mat trip. DDT.
Roll out of harm's way. Tommy Dreamer in the middle of the ring with Cactus Jack. Two live legends.
Yes, indeed. Cactus Jack back body drop.
Now, how much more Dreamer can take. Had it all done to him tonight. Rollins may be able to take advantage of the situation. Where's Cactus Jack going? What is he doing?
Rollins busted open. Pedigree.
The wise to stay out of the pin attempt is Seth Rollins.
Oh, CM Punk. CM Punk. Submission. Cactus Jack breaks it up. Cactus Jack just throwing his body at anybody. Hoping it lands.
Couple chops for good measure for CM Punk. And Tommy Dreamer lurking in the shadows.
Dreamer. Death Valley. Driver. Cover. Rollins there. Rollins immediately catching wind. Rollins. Guard stomp.
And that's gotta be it. That's gotta be it. Tommy Dreamer.
And CM Punk. No, the referee distracted.
I'm distracted by what? Block and ref. I said earlier, this ref is not going to be able to take any control of this match. All he can do is pin him. He can't even do that.
Dreamer dragging Rollins to the ropes. Rollins takes him out. Rollins sees CM Punk. It all comes full circle. Curb stomp by Punk.
And what a way to end your legacy. To start Dreamer. One of these legends gonna give it up. One of them gonna go out quick.
I think he will quit. I'm losing my damn mind.
Stumbling over my words here.
Everybody busted open. Everybody still in this. Wanting it worse than the other. And what a co-main event this is.
How are you gonna pop this off in the main event?
Rollins again breaking it up. Reverse 17-16.
Cactus Jack, face first on the mat. Could this be it?
I was thinking dropping misses. Cactus Jack. Middle of the ring. What's he thinking? Oh my god, a fireball!
Out of nowhere, not only the mandible claw up his sleeve, but a fireball as well.
Rollins just might have went beyond it. Cactus Jack uses the trash can. Rollins is out of it.
And we roll out of harm's way, but Cactus Jack does it himself.
We've seen it all in this matchup for the Legends Championship. What a way to crown a first champion. Referee talking to Seth Rollins now. Rollins thinking, what in the world is going on?
Just trying to gain a little bit of composure. I think both of them are at this point.
Hits first on Rollins. Springboard. Reversal. Rollins now. Forearm. Here comes Jack.
Rollins fighting off every last inch that comes towards him.
Take out Cactus Jack. Caught by Dreamer. Death Valley. Driver on the stairs. And again, Cactus Jack breaking up the pinfall.
Gosh, that was going to be it. Had Cactus Jack not been there.
I think the best things I've been to now in this arena is moving at the amount of noise this crowd has let off in this championship match.
And once again, Cactus Jack just causing chaos. I swear, like you said, he doesn't care to win.
Rollins might have been looking to put CM Punk through that flaming table. Luckily, Punk was inches away.
Inches away from death. I was just about to say the same thing.
Seth Rollins middle of the ring. Running power slam. CM Punk lifting up Rollins. Can't get enough of him. He needs to realize Cactus Jack is in there too. CM Punk, what's he thinking of? Nothing. Reversal. Both men trying to rock it. Jack. Everybody's swinging for the fences. Top drop by Punk is a bloody mess.
You cannot differentiate what's blood and what's a tattoo on his body. Lashes across the back. And a finger stick.
Up top. Looking for that Macho Man elbow drop. It connects. Here comes Rollins. Dreamer. Picking up Rollins. Takes him out. It's now Cactus Jack and Dreamer. Cactus. With a Cactus driver.
And that could be it. Cactus Jack showing you why he is the true legend of this tournament.
Rollins. Can't get there. Cactus Jack wins it, and maybe Rollins said, alright, I'll let you have it.
We're showing a little respect for the legend. And what a way to wrap it up around the legend himself. he takes home the debut inaugural win.
I agree. I think finally Seth Rollins said, all right, you deserve it. Cactus Jack, the legend, champion, greatest of all time. Definitely a banger in our co-main event. Ladies and gentlemen, we're not done. It is time for our main event, the Evolution World Championship.
Woo, how are you going to top that?
The following contest is an Extreme Rules match and is for the ECW Undisputed Championship.
Ladies and gentlemen, after a grueling pay-per-view, it is finally time for our main event of the evening. And here comes arguably a legend in the future. Kenny Omega, the belt collector, the bout machine, earning his right to the main event tonight to try and finally dethrone Adam Copeland, aka Edge. Omega looking for his second ECW World Championship.
Yeah, this match has been brewing here on Evolution. Omega climbing the ranks, picking up wins over Gunther, Cody Rhodes, Christian Cage. Been on an absolute tear, but there has been one man who he has yet to see across from him in the ring, and that is Adam Copeland, the champion himself. We saw it boil over last week with a win against Shinsuke Nakamura, and at the end, those two met face to face for the championship. This will be the end of the whole rivalry tonight. And the champion himself,
The man of 2025, you could argue, even though Xavier the Savior won the Superstar of the Year, this man was definitely runner-up in the Rated R Superstar.
yeah, held the championship almost all of last year, but many would controversially say that he hides behind no other than Christian Cage, and he is here to defend those claims. Right
Yes, speaking of the devil, right behind him is Christian Cage, and we haven't really seen Edge compete. It's really just been title defense after title defense.
Yeah,
And
that
so
is
far,
correct.
it's worked.
Yeah, absolutely. Like you said, title defense after title defense against only Cody Rhodes. We have yet to see Edge in a match here on Evolution against anyone other than Cody Rhodes.
And Cody might have just been the luck of the draw. Kenny Omega trying to prove that Edge is just a paper champion that can only defend his belt against one superstar.
Introducing the challenger from New York, weighing in at 229 pounds, Kenny Omega. And his opponent from Toronto, Ontario, Canada, weighing in at 240 pounds, the ECW Undisputed Champion, Rated R Superstar.
Edge confident he's going to bring back the patented ECW Evolution Silver here right now.
I don't know why he handed the title that way to the referee. I'm not sure if the referee got on his bad side or not. Maybe he's just super pumped for this main event match here at ColdHearted.
Yeah, understandably, hesitantly wanting to give up his belt. I mean, who would, especially when you have Kenny Omega on the other side?
Yeah, man who's won titles everywhere he has went. He's even won an ACW championship here, but that was before the brand split. Can he win the Evolution World Championship in the main event?
Yeah, once again, the theme of the night has been legends, and these two fulfill it to the T. International superstars all over the world. Once again, your favorite superstar's favorite superstar in the champion.
It'll be interesting to see how these two play it out. Both from Canada, going to be very interesting. I thought Canadians were always supposed to be nice.
Well, not nice to each other. Clearly.
I see both men looking to make each other bleed here tonight for that World Championship. As Edge bringing out a trash can. We've seen plenty of weapons here tonight. The main event is no other.
Yeah, I think a big advantage in this match will be who draws first blood. I can guarantee you blood will be drawn.
These two not really known for their weapons despite Edge being a rated R superstar. It's going to be interesting to see who uses the weapons more. V-trigger misses by Edge, and Edge with a dropkick. Taking out Kenny Omega. So far it's been Edge, but still back and forth. You have the best wrestling machine in Kenny Omega right now. It's going to be hard to take advantage of that. Oh, Kenny using the trash can to the dome of Edge. This is Edge now. Reversal after reversal. Drop down by Kenny. Leapfrog. Takes out the knee of Edge.
Okay, he's looking to get involved in the match, taking that top turnbuckle off, as we have seen so many times with the OGs on Evolution. Christian Cage just feels the need to get involved in places he doesn't belong.
And Kenny with a nice roll up here. A quick kick out of one. Christian Cage trying to hype up the crowd for Edge, but the fans not having it. Oh, now grabbing that trash can once more. So far it's been Omega using the weapons to his advantage. As Omega drops down onto Edge, even taking out the trash can his way.
Doing a little damage from both sides, doesn't matter how, but he has to get it done.
Beautiful moonsault by Omega.
Into a penitent for the championship and new.
You got it too. You're gonna have to hit Edge with much more than that.
One thing to look out for from Edge's side will be that patented sledgehammer. If he gets to it, that could be it.
Beautiful V-trigger, and again Edge kicking out at two.
Pulling the trigger and pulling it fast. So watch out for that patented sledgehammer from Edge. We've seen him win and retain the championship with it twice.
Dragon suplex. Omega might be looking for the one-winged angel.
Absolutely locked in, not playing games.
Edge is in deep trouble, realizes it here. One-winged angel.
And just like that,
Omega defeats the rated R superstar.
exposing the men's division for being a fraud, showing you why he is the top of the top. And we will see who has something to say about the new men's Evolution champion.
Congratulations, Kenny Omega, on top of Evolution. And ladies and gentlemen, what a pay-per-view. Thank you all for watching. Like, subscribe if you enjoyed. And as always, have a good night.